Live in Tallahassee, Thursday nights, 10:30 p.m. on Fox 49.
You're looking at Goodwood Plantation here, and this was the site of the Homeless Coalition's annual dinner. Our own Ann Howard here now to keep us updated on what was happening.
I'm Ann Howard here with the very dapper Gary Jordan, and we're here at Goodwood. I'm going to go ahead and let you explain what we're doing here this evening.
Well, this is for the Homeless Coalition, and they do a remarkable job, just sort of changing the face. You know, the new face of homelessness is you and me. I mean, it's a whole lot of folks, and they're with families and children, and there's classrooms, and they're transitioning them. It's really, they're doing marvelous work, and the community needs to know that.
I think a good way to describe them is that they teach people how to fish.
I think that's a beautiful description. I mean, it is 75% of the people who come in their doors end up self-sustaining with a home, with an apartment, with a job. It's a remarkable group just doing very cool things, and we have this sort of mental picture of what homeless folks, or who homeless folks are, and it's just not a good picture, and it's not who they are, and their families and their neighbors and people who just couldn't make the mortgage payment. I mean, the new face of homelessness is us.
And so what are we doing here this evening? What brought us here to, what are we going to do?
Well, one of the things we're going to do is something that you and Joel put together, and thank you guys. You guys, you always dive in.
Our pleasure.
Yeah, but we love you. But we wanted to make a real human connection, and we want to do that in the larger community. So I thought it'd be an interesting idea to have 4 very talented producers engage with 4 really incredible people or groups. And then each of you will come up and tell your story about what it was. And Joel instantly said, I'm in, which was Joel. I mean, the fact that you guys and the community in general has said, this place matters. What they're doing at the coalition matters. And you guys said it in a real way, is what we're trying to do. And they've done a marvelous job. And now I think folks are beginning to see what they do. It's very cool.
All right, anybody with the coalition that you want to say thank you to or give accolades to, because they deserve them as well.
Yeah, the staff is great. I mean, they do lunch every day and breakfast every day and dinner every day for 250 people. It's a marvelous group. But Susan Porchot, I fell in love with her. The community's falling in love with her. She made a real commitment to our town, and she's starting to find out the town's giving something back.
All right, so Gary Jordan, and an amazing evening. Thank you so very much for being here with us.
Always good to see you guys.
All right, and a fantastic story, and it looked like a lot of people there for the annual dinner.
Right.
Now, as you introduced there, and a lot of people saw, our company, Silver Digital Media, was proud to be a part of this thing, and I wanted to show this video that we made about Wendy Rodriguez.
Sure, and we actually announced there that night that we would be airing this evening, so that was a week ago tonight. So hopefully a lot of those folks are watching, and they'll get to see exactly, more folks will get to see Wendy Rodriguez's story, which is actually just phenomenal, and you did a great job putting that together.
Let's take a look at it.
Homelessness is a way bigger issue than I think anybody imagines. There's a stereotype of homelessness. When you think of homelessness, you think of, the guy on the corner that has his bags and has a sign and is asking for money or anything. And it could happen to anyone. When I moved here, I was working, everything was great. Wasn't worried about anything, had the house, had a car, had money. And then my son passed away. He was 8 years old, he had a severe asthma attack. And that kind of just started the downward spiral. I needed a place where I could be safe with my children, regroup, and get myself together and get a plan and get out of it. The last day I had money for the motel, we had like 2 soups of the noodle soups, 2 packets of that. And Hope actually called me and was like, we have a room for you and the girls. If you could come in, that'll be great. So that's how I heard about Hope Community and got with them. Hope has a lot of different programs to help you with childcare, if you need any kind of documentations, any kind of classes, training, medical. They have so much going on to help you get back on your feet. Chris was my case manager, and he is the most amazing guy in the world. Everyone, I hope, is like that.
She just came in with, just from the word go, was just moving, doing her case plan, always coming to questions, always wanting more and more. She was just on it from day one. She went and got her ID, she applied for a ton more jobs, she had job interviews. That's when I knew, like, you know what, she's absolutely gonna make it.
We're in my apartment. I got a gorgeous 2-bedroom apartment for me and my girls. The girls have 1 bedroom, I have another one. We have kitchen, dining room, living room, a gorgeous patio that actually looks out to the golf course, which is amazing. When we first got here, it was great for me. It was like Christmas, just seeing the look on their face, and they're just smiling and just like, oh my gosh, really? And I think for like the first 3 days, we were just walking around, just looking at the walls like, oh my gosh, this is our place. To the Big Band Homeless Coalition, everyone in this room, Susan, Marie, Chris, Lisa, everybody else that I'm forgetting right now, I want to thank you, and I want you to know that what you do really helps and it really matters. I can only speak for myself, but y'all have changed my life. Y'all have helped me and saved me and my children. I will forever be grateful to y'all for that. Thank you.
So I want to congratulate Wendy Rodriguez on the new home and all the things that are going on in her life, and it was a special privilege to be able to tell that story and be with her family that day, and it was really moving. And when you see these stories happen, it really shows you what's happening in this town and some of the great things that the Homeless Coalition is doing.
Live in Tallahassee is brought to you by the Proctor Car Dealerships.